Are Trump's military actions aiming at the CCP? The looming crisis of internal and external threats. Part 1. Hello everyone, welcome to the China Probe channel. I'm Alin, and it's a pleasure to explore recent China issues with you. Today's topic focuses on the internal and external challenges currently faced by the Chinese Communist Party, CCP. To explain things more clearly, this will be divided into two parts. This video is the first part, focusing on external threats, specifically, United States President Donald Trump's military actions. First, let's discuss the exposure of the CCP's global harm. Researchers from Vanderbilt University in the U.S. revealed a 399-page document titled the Zhongtianji Files. It is highly likely leaked by an insider, as it describes the company's harsh treatment of employees. Some have called on those within the CCP system to follow this example, exposing the regime's misconduct to the international community, which could be far more effective than petitions and a powerful form of self-rescue. Zhongtianji is a company spun off from the Institute of Computing Technology under the Chinese Academy of Sciences. Founded in 2010, it claims to provide integrated big data intelligence solutions for party, government, and military, and aims to strengthen cooperation with agencies such as the Ministry of State Security. From this, one can imagine its role in the CCP's cognitive warfare. The document outlines key operational areas including cyberspace, public security, technological intelligence, and disciplinary inspection, etc. In simple terms, the company engages in dirty work, using technology to assist the CCP in controlling its population. Its activities extend beyond domestic operations to cognitive warfare, targeting the United States, Taiwan, and others. Research by the Taiwan Democracy Lab found that Zhongtianji created a public opinion monitoring system, along with a profile map of Taiwanese political figures, including President Lai Ching-te, former President Tsai Ing-wen, and former Taiwan People's Party Chairman Ko Wen-je. It also allegedly possesses Taiwan's household registration data, and uses AI to generate highly realistic virtual personas fluent in Taiwanese and Mandarin, impersonating Taiwanese citizens on a large scale to infiltrate and divide society. Second, the European Union released a report titled Foreign Information Manipulation and Interference, FIMI, prepared by the European External Action Service. The report states that under current geopolitical and geoeconomic conditions, the CCP continues to portray itself as a reliable global power, while reducing Western influence in international relations, global governance, and technical standards. In 2025, the CCP not only continued spreading conspiracy narratives and expanding FIMI operations globally, but also adopted more aggressive tactics, including intimidation and harassment of critics. One key method is the increasing use of tools, like AI, to obscure content origins, expand dissemination, remove state attribution, and enhance credibility and visibility. The CCP aims to achieve two main goals: strengthening the perceived legitimacy of its messaging, and spreading its narratives while concealing the true origin. The CCP's Spumflage campaign has developed new attack patterns, using AI-generated videos to smear dissidents and discredit opposition voices. At the same time, large numbers of accounts rapidly and repeatedly share AI-generated comics promoting specific narratives, creating the illusion of widespread support. For example, AI comics depict the EU as a subordinate of the US, while deepfake videos show dissidents accusing the Spanish government and the NGO Safeguard Defenders of corruption and collusion. The report notes that despite efforts to conceal these operations, flaws remain. A clear evidence includes uncorrected false information and AI prompts appearing directly on websites. Additionally, some sites shortly publish unusually large volumes of generated content, often released almost simultaneously with official CCP messaging. Last but not least, the U.S. intelligence community released its 2026 annual threat assessment, repeatedly mentioning threats posed by the CCP, ongoing economic, political, and military influence operations in the Western Hemisphere, building forces capable of deterring and disrupting U.S. and allied military power in the region, and potentially seizing Taiwan if needed, conducting cyber operations alongside Russia, and developing missile capabilities with Russia, Iran, and North Korea that threaten the U.S. homeland. Speaking of missiles, Iran must be mentioned. Two senior U.S. officials told that China's largest chip manufacturer, SMIC, has supplied chip-making equipment to Iran's military. Columnist Rick Fisher stated that the U.S. continues to track the CCP's missile technology support and sales to Iran and believes the CCP bears responsibility for recent terrorist attacks launched by Iran. It is no surprise that on Platform X, China expert Michael Lucci described the CCP as the ringleader of global lawlessness and chaos. Given these factors, are Trump's military actions in Venezuela and Iran actually targeting the CCP behind them? Of course, Trump's true intentions cannot be fully known, and his methods remain controversial, which we will not delve into here. The former U.S. Congressman and Navy SEAL Scott Taylor stated that Trump is cutting off the CCP's energy channels and demonstrating the widening gap between U.S. military capabilities and those of China and Russia. He added that Trump's actions are aimed at countering the CCP and rebuilding a U.S.-led world order. A foreign media outlet reported that Trump's actions have undone decades of the CCP's global strategy, causing its cultivated image as a great power to collapse. The report also claims that conflict between the U.S. and Iran reaffirms a historical rule: the foundation of world order ultimately lies in military strength. Despite past diplomatic and military missteps, the U.S. remains the only country with both the moral authority and hard power necessary to uphold the global rules-based system. While the CCP's challenge to U.S. dominance has instead led to instability. Taiwanese senior military commentator Mark stated that Trump's slogan of "peace through strength" shows that only overwhelming power can prevent large-scale wars when dealing with hostile states. Shen-Ming Shi, a researcher at Taiwan's Institute for National Defense and Security Research, added that Trump uses economic, military, and diplomatic pressure to force rogue states to transform or change regimes. Will the U.S. next target North Korea, Russia, or even ultimately reshape the CCP regime? Some analyses suggest Trump aims to broker a ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine and draw Russia economically closer to the West, thereby weakening or dismantling the China-Russia relationship and reducing global dependence on the CCP. Whether this is feasible remains to be seen. Some may wonder what would happen in a direct military clash between U.S. and China forces. Notably, the recent U.S.-Iran confrontation has dealt a significant blow to the CCP leadership and caused the reliability questions of its weapons in the same camp. Meanwhile, the U.S. Central Command also issued a statement: "No adversary is too determined, and no mission is too difficult for American troops, who make up the world's most powerful military force." That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Please press like, share, and subscribe. Your support is my greatest motivation. Feel free to leave your comments below. See you next time.